my friend over here says, Waza Friday, and welcome to you, our viewers. We are coming to you all the way from Namibian Nights here in Swakopmund. Today we celebrate Balloons to Heaven Day, and the president of the Namibian Amateur Golf Union, Swarts, chats about the development of golf in the country. Also stay tuned for some entertainment vibes, some sport news, your daily weather update and the tides. Sit back, relax and enjoy today's edition of Erongo Talk with us. Yes, the weekend is upon us, and what better way to start it with some entertainment news. As Namibia seems to be closing the chapter of its third wave of COVID-19, musician Rian Smith rehashes lockdown sentiments with his new single Turn Back Time, which was written in this time. The single and accompanying music video will be released today. Smith says that he did what he could to keep himself sane in the time through writing tons of new music and reverting to online lessons as a form of income. He has since come to flourish on home turf with regular appearances and the establishment of Tribe One Productions, littered with mementos of his past with Crimson House, as well as homages to current mentees Jessica Stradum and Lynn Marie Coetzee. Turn Back Time features introspective lyrics set to Smith's signature jumpy blues sound. He says that the music video is meant to imitate the feeling of insanity by reflecting on the past and being consumed by the present focus on the news. Smith hopes that this single will serve as a point of unity for the public. Moving on. A wide range of artworks are currently being displayed at the Fine Art Gallery as part of a collection known as Living Paintings. The artworks include silkscreen, acrylic on board, wood panels and on canvas, as well as mixed media artworks by the likes of Christa Bremer, Chris Snyman, Henny van Niekerk, Heidi Louw, Liz Visser and Joseph Medicia. According to the owner of Fine Art Gallery, Martina van Wenzel, although humanity is witnessing a great change in history, art will survive through every disaster and people will survive along with it. And finally, producer Eduardo ESB Riobo has teamed up with fellow coastal artists Salvador Mowers and Eldino Gemini Najit for the track Popping, which dropped on Friday 30th of July. After its release, the track became available on various online streaming platforms. According to ESB, the track is dedicated to all the fans who have stood by them since the start of their careers. The concept for Popping, which consists of a catchy melody and captivating vocals from Gemini and Salvador, is centered around a strong, independent woman. The producing prodigy said that visuals for the song are set to be released in the near future. So, if you'd like to stay abreast of what's happening in the entertainment industry, visit our website www.erongo.com.na.
Right, I'm joined here by Marco Swarts, who used to be the acting CEO in the Swakopmund municipality, but today he joins us in the capacity of golf. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, and good morning to you all. Yes, indeed, I manage the 25 years at the municipality, and obviously come to an end. Everything has a start, beginning and an end. And yeah, I'm just at leisure. I'm just a little bit confused still not to go to a desk, but I will manage very soon, after a month, I think.
Okay, but at least you can play a little bit of golf despite the restrictions. So tell us, since you are also now in charge of the Amateur Golf Union, you're the president there, how have you perceived the level of golf in the country?
Yeah, well, you're right, more golf for me now. I already started that program, so I play more regular than usual because I used to be extreme workaholic, and now I am extreme at golf and play more. But just maybe to enlighten you on golf in Namibia, yes, golf has been divided into basically three sections, and that is golf for men, that is administered by men, golf for ladies, that is administered by ladies, and then golf for juniors, the boys and girls, which is also been managed by a committee. But the overall body is the Namibian Golf Federation. Now in March we gathered as all these separate unions so that we can look at, you know, is it not possible for us, when we talk golf, then we talk golf in its entirety? And that is, it's just unfortunate for many years the Golf Federation didn't do so well in terms of administrating, because it's an unpaid job. It's a job that you have to do when there's problems, not when there's enjoyment and joy. So the thing is, was always difficult to get administrators involved in managing golf. But I think many of our golfers that reach the age of 60 or the age of retirement is now available for administering. So I just want to give that as a little background. But as a Namibia Golf, they gathered together, and we are looking now at combining all these unions that we have. And I was elected to be the interim president for Namibian Golf Federation. So yes, now there is actually more responsibility, because it's not just only men golf. Yes. And men golf in particular, I was involved for about 16 years up to today. And I'm pretty satisfied that, although very difficult to administer, we managed to come through that, and we are still, Namibian Amateur Golf Union is well represented, and was always represented at the African Golf Confederation. Yes. And really carried all the time the flag for Namibia in terms of competitions that we held and the involvement in administration.
Yes. Speaking of competitions, Likius Nande is really putting Namibia on the map. He's winning them left, right and center. If we can have another Likius Nande, what can be done to improve the sport of golf to produce more such wonderful players?
Yeah, Likius is a prodigy of mine, and you know, I started way back together with Eddie Angula, where we actually looked after these young boys from Mondesa in particular, and we managed to add 7 boys, of which 4 of them made the national teams. Likius is just one of it, very talented golfer. But you know, you need to have consistent exposure, because if you don't have that consistent exposure, then it can be a problem. And for now, for instance, that you can't offer him assistance. We can just, I'm just thinking now immediately of the 2 girls that is representing Namibia on the track. How they excel. It takes us back to a Fredericks, and that is a kind of excellence that you are looking for. And again, if you have such a talented sports person, then you need to have a company, a very strong company behind them. The corporates must identify and see them, and unfortunate corporates is still in a certain group's hands where, you know, they look at you and they say, okay, will I or will I not?
It's a risk, so they're always thinking, is it worth the gamble?
Is it worth the gamble? So that's correct, yeah. So yes, I wish that for Likius and the others that we have, that we really can give them more support and exposure by just taking them to South Africa. But I mean, to get there, you have to fly, drive, you have to stay, eat, you have to have a caddy, and then you must focus on your game of golf. And if you look at a package, it's not cheap.
So basically we need the corporates in order to turn these amateur golfers into, send them to the next level so that they can become professional golfers.
Yes.
So moving on, last year you were appointed as the Vice President of the African Golf Federation Southern Chapter. How did this make you feel?
Well, first of all, look, if you represent a continent, then it's something big. And this all happened in Mauritius when we had our All Africa Games there. And it was obvious that all the countries that was represented noticed my ability, my administrative ability. And at that particular AGM, because these AGMs is held every second year, the next one is aimed for Egypt 2022. And what we are doing now is that we are looking in particular, and I think because you asked how I feel, it's really just an honor, because I think for me, starting with my rugby career here in Swakopmund, being captain for 8 years of Swakopmund Rugby Club, in particular Dolphins Rugby Club, and then retired after that, and I went straight into golf. You know, it's a privilege that you actually had gone through the ranks as Vice President of Namibian NAGU, what we called Namibia Amateur Golf Union, and then obviously the President, and then now the President of actually the Namibian Golf Federation, and then ultimately the Vice President South of the AGC. So yes, I think my inputs that was there was unselfish, and it will always be unselfish, and hence I also think of, you know, I will do it till the end of time.
What is your main aim for golf as in this capacity?
Yeah, and you know, you always strive that you will be able to bring out the rough gems that is out there. We have talented young sports persons. And in golf, particularly the growth of the game amongst lady golfers. We have only a handful of golfers in that category, but if we don't do development, you can't expect people automatically become interested in the sport. So that will be one of the main things in Africa as a whole. To develop golf, and you can only start at grassroots, at junior level for boys and girls, and just keep them interested and let them excel. And we have our neighbors South Africa that is doing excellently. They've got massive programs that they have for development, and big golf courses, and a billionaire that is supporting that development program. Unfortunately, you know, I think people will always want to see what is the performance results before they can turn around and say, but now I'm willing to put in money. Because like you earlier said, they look at the risk, and do they want to take the risk and grow the sport? I know that MTC is a great supporter of many sport codes in Namibia, but many years ago they also supported the Professional Golf Association in Namibia, and unfortunately they just stopped because you know, I think the support from the executive at the time was not working closely enough to the MTC executive.
Yes. Earlier you were speaking about events, and events is probably one of the ways that we can grow grassroots talent, and you're also speaking about ladies coming into the forefront. What events has Rossmund lined up, especially Rossmund? What have they lined up, and what have been the challenges that have been brought to facilitate these events, seeing that we have now COVID-19 restrictions?
Well, as far as Rossmund is concerned, we are very lucky. Almost out of the 52 weekends that you have in a year, you have activity every Saturday, and meaning about 48 weekends you do have golf being played. As far as the champions or big events is concerned, Namibian Golf Union has got 12 events for the year, and we were just lucky to be able to host both the Swakopmund Open earlier this year, as well as the Namibian Open. And Likius is our current champion of Namibian Golf, the Namibian Open. So yeah, we and there I need to say thank you to First National Bank, and I need to say thank you to Standard Bank as corporates that could assist in making these events possible. For the outlook of the year at Rossmund, we are busy now looking at the fundraiser. And this fundraiser was supposed to be held this end of this particular July, but as you know, it's not going to be possible due to the restrictions that we have to adhere to. And we are planning now to have it on the 13th of November this year. The reason for that is just to keep on maintaining the golf course because of the excessive heat that we have, and golf must be played on green grass. So there's a lot of support from I must also say, from the municipality. So pending any big NAGU events, for this particular, it will be mostly played in Windhoek and Omea, and then we have also Sumet, and we have a tournament also scheduled for Walvis Bay.
Awesome. I mean, it's these tournaments really do help the development, and we've seen it with the national team as well, almost pipping South Africa in the latest tournament that took place.
Yeah, you know, when we had the opportunity under very difficult circumstances to raise funds, we had the opportunity to really give South Africa a tough time. In our players, it was really, and Rossmund Golf course is probably one of the most difficult courses, and I would say the other one is the Oranjemund, but it's such a pity that the Oranjemund is so far distant from, traveling is a lot of cost, accommodation is a lot of cost, and we managed to come second, and we can just say that we had played against the best to gain that second position, because two of the youngsters that were playing here in Swakopmund is currently performing on a European tour as professionals.
Unbelievable. So rubbing shoulders against the future right there. So talking of the future, what is your message for the youngsters out there, especially those who want to become golf players?
Well, now that I'm officially unemployed, I think I will have more time to spend today. I will not have the problems that there is and related to managing a city like Swakopmund. So my focus will be diverted to first locally, that we start looking at young boys and girls and bring them into the swing of things, so that we can be able. There is currently a program going, but again, challenged by the COVID-19 situation, we do have that challenge in keeping them there. And we started young ages from 5 and upwards, because junior golf stops at the age when you get to 19, and I just want to be involved with that. Myself and Eddie Angula, as I said previously, had great success on that, and seeing also that the professional golf was not so successful again once, also with a lack of sponsorship. Many of these professionals have now returned to amateur golf, so I can't just that we can have an opportunity to select a team so that we can bring in like the former professionals back into the amateur golf. So I think in terms of the year lying ahead and the moment, I think I need to bring in that we will have tomorrow morning, we will have an executive committee virtual meeting for Africa Golf Confederation, and two decisions that we will just make on that particular meeting is we have reviewed our constitution, so it's just acceptance of the amendments to the constitution, and then secondly that we have postponed all golf for 2021. So I'm looking forward at April 2022, whereby which hopefully Angola is the next union that needs to present the Region 5 tournament. And next year in October we will be gathering as All Africa in Egypt.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Swarts, for joining us here on Erongo Talk.
Yeah, no, it was a pleasure, and thank you also for all that you are doing for the region as well. We appreciate that.
And now for some sport news. First and foremost, we say congratulations to all Namibian athletes competing at the Olympics. After a medal-winning performance by Christine Mboma, the focus now is on our marathon runner, Hilalia Johannes, at the Games. On the local front, the fourth leg of the Rotex Max Challenge Namibia takes place at the Swakopmund go-karting track on Saturday. The challenge is a worldwide go-karting racing series. According to the event organizer George Goldbeck, the winners of each class will gain free entry to the Rotex African Open taking place on the 3rd of October in Pretoria, South Africa. The upcoming leg is the 4th of 8 scheduled for 2021. Between 20 and 30 participants are expected to participate in 6 different classes. Registration for drivers starts at 7, while the qualifying will begin at 10, followed by the actual race. Finally, Swakopmund-born Dion Hotto scooped 2 Buccaneers season awards for his current team, Orlando Pirates. The winger received recognitions for Fans Player of the Year as well as Player of the Season. The playmakers' 4 goals and 4 assists for the Buccaneers last season were instrumental in earning his club a 3rd place finish on the final of the 2020-2021 ABSA Premiership table. Fans on the Orlando Pirates Facebook page congratulated the pacey winger for his achievement, saying that their votes were not in vain. Hotto's 3rd nomination was for the goal of the season. The goal that earned him the nomination remains the fastest recorded in South African top flight soccer history. He netted after a mere 46 seconds of play against Cape Town City on the 9th of February. However, his former Bidwest teammate Vincent Pule clinched this award for a strike against Kaizer Chiefs. You can catch much more news from all over on our recently launched TV channel at oneup2.com.
Hi there, I'm Rian Smits and this is
Jangle.
And we're here to tell you how to get the most out of your live performance if you're jamming. Most important thing I'd say before you're jamming is hydrate. You gotta hydrate. You gotta make sure the voice is all loose and clean and stuff. Make sure you get more than you need because you're gonna sweat it out just now. Especially if you're wearing a fancy coat like Jangle tends to do, because then you're gonna sweat it all out. And I swear you won't need to go afterwards because you're gonna be all sweated it all out anyway. That's us for today. Thank you. Hydrate!
We now bring you the expected temperatures for all the major towns in the Erongo region as well as the tides. And with that, we've come to the end of today's show. Join our online family of more than 85,000 followers. Go like on our Erongo Facebook page and visit our website www.erongo.com.na for information and news about our mighty region. Send us your news tips, video clips, or if you would like to advertise and reach over 1 million potential customers, contact us via WhatsApp on 08117 00040. I repeat that number for you. It's 08117 00040. Remember, it is really in your hands to make a difference in the fight against COVID. So sanitize those hands, wear your mask, keep your social distance, go get vaccinated, and wishing you a splendid weekend and take it easy.
Ik hou van jou, ek's lief vir jou. Ek kan nie lewe in 'n wêreld sonder jou. Ek sien jou staan en ek hoor jou stem. Ek kan